Welcome back everyone to episode 2, season 2 of the Bolton Wanderers career mode. Last season we smashed League 1 up, this season it is time for the Championship. If you haven't already, go back and watch episode 1, but let's get straight into it. Where does this squad need improving then? I think we definitely need a midfielder, at least a 70 or higher rated, possibly an attacking midfielder, but the only way that Jacobs overall is going to go up is because, he's a scouted future star, is to play him in every single game or all but. So I may just leave him in the side, a left winger and possibly a centre back as well. And I think we also, one thing, we do need a backup striker, and also we are going to have to get a few youth players as well, because we only have 6 players in the reserves, so quite light in that area. Let's just take a look then at what our transfer budget is. It's 8 million. I can take that. It's not ideal, but we can do a bit of business for that for sure. Here he is, our first signing of the window, giving us that much needed experience. Shane Long from Southampton. It's cost us a lot, but we desperately needed another striker. We've really had to work our magic here, but Christian Atsu is in from Newcastle United for nearly 5 million quid. It took a lot away from our transfer budget, but it is a position that we really needed to improve, bringing in that experience and that flair to that left wing. Yeah, okay, don't ask me how I've managed to do this, but Douglas Luiz is in on loan for Man City. We have a 76 overall midfielder playing in the Championship for a team that's just been promoted. That is mental. He's going to tear it up. I cannot believe we've got this one done. Not looking bad at all for a newly promoted side. Douglas Luiz and Christian Atsu in. We have not been able to sign a centre back though, which is really annoying. Hopefully we can get someone in on loan. We don't have enough to get someone permanently. Look at some of them stats. Look at how many green stats they are. They may not be bright green, but they're green stats in the Championship. Vela, Jacobs hopefully will grow quite a lot this season as well. Shane Long on the bench as well. Britka, who's actually joined Bolton in real life on loan. But anyway, let's get in to the first half of the season. First game of the season was against Bristol City away. Not the ideal team to be facing straight off. Nketiah then took the lead for us, showing that he is more than good enough for this division. The home side then had their first real chance. They just put it wide. A great ball in saw Jamie Patterson. Level for City, they probably deserved it. That is the kind of chance that you cannot get away with in this division. It was a great chance here, and it was a great goal from our new 76 rated number 4, Douglas Luiz. I still can't believe we've got this guy in on loan. Jacobs was still on goal and he squared it to Eddie Nketiah to smash in a third. What a way to start the season. It was a very good result against Bristol City. Next up was our first home game of the season against Borough, and Eddie Nketiah came very close just there. This was also a debut for Reece Oxford. It was quite a dead first half in all honesty. Apart from this, Christian Atsu getting his first goal for us to put us in the lead. The second half, however, was a lot more lively and Borough equalised from this cross, and it was a great header from Johnny Howson. Jacobs then had this chance coming up here, but it went straight at the keeper. I did kind of lose the live footage to when I scored this goal, but Martin Braithwaite did give Borough the lead, unfortunately. They did have this late chance, but it came to nothing. It was a very disappointing performance, and in the end we did lose 2-1. Next up was a trip to one of the relegated Premier League teams, just like in real life, Huddersfield. They had a very good chance here, but it went flying over the bar. Unfortunately, the hosts did take the lead. They had absolutely acres of space, really poor defending, and they deservedly did take the lead. Turns out both of us are very poor at defending. Jacobs this time also had a ton of space in practically the same position as well. We managed to get a leveller against Huddersfield. After our equaliser, the game really died out. Not much really happened apart from this chance, which went absolutely flying over the bar. What a waste. This was followed by this absolute sitter from Grant, somehow missed. This was one of the very last chances of the game, and despite the fact we didn't play that well, we managed to get a point away from home. Next was another trip to a relegated Premier League side, and it was our big number 9 with our first chance of the game. It was a good save. Jacobs then played this lovely ball into Nketiah to give us the lead, or so he thought. It was actually offside. Would have been a great goal though. And then, against all the odds, it was Will Buckley to put us in the lead against Cardiff away from home. This man has re-signed for the club in real life due to, of course, the extreme lack of players they have. Douglas Luiz has been a class above the Championship, as proven with this belter here, smashed into the top corner of the net. What a goal. This was the last real chance of the game. A great ball from Buckley into Atsu. What a fantastic result away from home. Next was Norwich at home, and because I'm stupid, I didn't realise that I wasn't recording the live footage of this, so this is the highlight. Eddie Nketiah did put us in the lead. Steeperman then had this excellent chance, but what a save it was from Bentley. The visitors then had this great chance here, but another really good save. Believe it or not, Stephen Naismith is back at Norwich. His effort hit the post, but Steeperman was there to level it up for Norwich. Naismith then played a brilliant ball into Hernandez, who smashed it past Bentley. They were teaching us a real lesson here. And then out of all the people who just could have scored for us, it was Liam Bridcut, who's not scored a single goal in this career mode yet. Smashed it past the keeper. What a half. This ended up being such a fun game to play. This game had everything, and it even had a classic FIFA glitch. Bentley having a little dance here on the spot. There we go, wonderful, mate. And then, out of all the people to give us the lead, it was Liam Bridcut, the man who's actually at Bolton in real life since I did this career mode. However though, our lead was short-lived. Hernandez bagged his second of the game, just like Bridcut has just done a few seconds ago. He got his second. Deservedly. What an insane game this was. He got a rare bit of game time here, but Oztuma went for glory, but it went absolutely nowhere near the target. Hernandez then very nearly had his hat-trick, but luckily for us it went wide. And then, after a truly brilliant game, the most unlikely goal scorer in the 90th minute, Charlie Adam, who's not had much game time really due to the fact he's gone down by 2 overall, and he is even slower than he was when we first signed him. If you remember, he had 40 stamina. Charlie Adam with a lovely curling effort from outside the box. Next was the other relegated Premier League side in Fulham. This was always going to be a tough test, obviously. Mitrovic had a very good chance here, but it hit the bar. This was a very lively game in all honesty. Amiobi came back from injury and he played a great ball here into Vela. It just went wide of the target. Amiobi then had this chance, hit the post. Ryan Babel then played this good ball into Mitro, who unfortunately gave Fulham the lead in this one. Mitrovic then crossed it into Kearney with a very low header, but it was a good save from Bentley. We could not get the ball away in time, and Kearney had another shot, but again it was saved. We had hardly any chances in this game. Vela had a good chance here though, but it went wide. Shane Long then very nearly made up for his £1 million price tag, but he couldn't quite get it in, hit the post, and Sammy Ariobi got the rebounded goal to give us a very important point. Let's check up on where we are at the halfway stage of the season. I will definitely take that at the halfway stage. 10th place, 5 points off the playoffs in our first season back in the Championship. Southend, Reading, Barnsley in the relegation zone, Swansea, Hull, Derby, Fulham in the playoffs, and Sheffield United and Cardiff in the top 2. If we get our results together, we could definitely make the playoffs. In the League Cup, we got knocked out in the first round 2-1 against Blackburn. I would like to show you some of the signings that we are going to make in January, but we have absolutely no money, so if we do, I will let you know. But as you can see on screen, in the FA Cup, we do have Crystal Palace in the 3rd round. Let's get into it. Is there an FA Cup upset on the cards? Last year we had Chelsea and we very cruelly got knocked out late on. This year it is the Eagles. This is our team then. Matthews is our cup keeper, so he comes in. Wheater comes in for Oxford as he is injured. Other than that, it is full strength. As for Palace's team, Schindler, Rodriguez and Suarez are new names in there. But other than that, it is still Crystal Palace as far as I'm aware. Zaha and Milivojevic are still at the club, unfortunately for us, but they're both on the bench. Amiobi then played this great ball into Douglas Luiz, who gave us a shock lead against Crystal Palace. He assisted one and scored the other. Sammy Amiobi put us 2-0 up against Crystal Palace, and an FA Cup upset was definitely on the cards. And then from this corner from Andros Townsend for Palace, Jeffrey Slupp swung in a header, but it was a terrible bit of defending, and Max Meyer got one back for Palace to give them a bit of hope. Nketiah then hit the bar for us, and then it was Palace's turn to have a little bit of absolutely horrendous defending, and Amiobi got a second goal of the game, and surely we were through to the 4th round. We did end up beating Palace, but back to league action though. Nketiah played this great ball into Amiobi. It was a fantastic save from Marshall. Liam Brickert then hit the post here from distance, and Nketiah tried to follow it up. It was a very good spell this in the game for us. Vela had another good chance here, and then a Christian Atsu corner saw us take the lead. Through that man yet again, Eddie Nketiah put us 1-0 up against Hull, who have been doing very well this season. The hosts had a good chance here through Ervil, but it went over the bar. Then in the second half, Vela had this effort go just wide of the target, and this goal was one of the best goals you will see in terms of teamwork. The whole build-up in like a triangle style, Atsu half volleying it in quick succession. What a goal that was, and that was really it in terms of the highlights. A very good 2-0 win against the Tigers. A quick break from the games to announce that we have managed to get Sean Longstaff in on loan until the end of the season. I'm not a big fan of loan deals. We've got 3 players in on loan now, but it is a signing we needed to make because we are short on players in midfield. That's basically it. Let's continue with the games. Back to cup action now, this time against Brighton, another Premier League side. This is actually a replay because the first game finished 2-2. This is our team, exactly what we normally have, only Matthews is of course our cup keeper, so he comes in. As for Brighton, other than their number 15 Lindsay, I'm probably saying that wrong, that looks to me as if it is their real squad, so still realistic. Anthony Knockaert had the first chance of the game, but it was a good save from Matthews. Nketiah had this chance go just wide. Knockaert had this good chance go wide. Amiobi could have won it with 2 minutes left, but Ryan made this great save, and unfortunately this did go to extra time. Not a great deal happened in extra time. This is one of the few chances. Shane Long could have been a hero, but it was a good save from Ryan. Vela could have got the decisive goal very late on, but unfortunately this did go to penalties. I am so bad at penalties. Don't expect much here. Shane Long. We paid £1 million for him. Could he score? I'll let you know now, he didn't. Brighton's number 36, whoever he is, new signing, looks to me, McAllister. He scored, of course. Will Buckley then managed to get one back for us to level the shootout. Bacardia, I'm probably saying his name wrong, which is a little thing I have where I can't say names properly. He scored, of course. Sammy Amiobi really had to try and score this to give us a realistic chance. I still need to try and take his gloves off because that just winds me up. He missed, of course. Pascal Gross, their attacking midfielder, one of their best players in real life and in the game. And that is so annoying. He nearly saved it. Reece Oxford had to score this. He had to score this, and he did. That gave us a little bit of hope. Bentley had to save this. Even though Oxford scored, he had to save. And if he didn't, you know what happens. Basuma put it away, and our FA Cup dream and mini run was over. We gave Brighton a real good go. Anyway, back to league action. Next up was Derby, who are doing really well this season. Jofsson played a ball into Marriott to put them ahead. We had a good chance here through Jacobs, but it went just wide. Josh Vela then got an equaliser for us in off the post, a really good goal, and we deservedly got this equaliser. Unfortunately, Tom Lawrence played this good ball into Jack Marriott for his second of the game, and also Derby's second, for them to retake the lead. Tyler Blanchard then played this good ball into Eddie up front, but he just could not quite get the finish right. We were heading for defeat, but Sammy Amiobi rescued a point for us. We managed to get a very good point against one of the best teams in the league. Lads, don't ask me how this has happened, because I don't know. Somehow, there's a possibility of us making the playoffs. You could just sneak in there like Derby did in real life. Just a little dig there at Derby, of course. Obviously, I'm a Forest fan. We have to see 3 teams lose and us to win. Borough, Sheffield United, Swansea. The odds are stacked firmly against us, but we're going to have a good go at this. No one thought we'd be here. We shouldn't really be here. We've massively overachieved this season. Come on, lads. The odds are firmly stacked against us, like I've said. Let's have a look at Millwall's team. Apart from Tom Bradshaw and Cooper, I've never really heard of any of them. So, you know, they're mid-table. They're 13th, I believe. So, it's not like they're struggling. Let's have a look at our team. It is basically full strength. In fact, it is full strength. Unfortunately, though, we're having to play Jack Hobbs at left back because Tyler Blanchard is also injured. So, yeah, very makeshift. Ketia, it's a good ball. Vela puts it just wide. Good chance here. Amiobi puts it just over the bar. They swing a ball in. Good save for Bentley. Atsu and Ketia. Come on, Vela hits the bar. It was offside anyway. Come on, Hobbs, swing one in, mate. Vela puts it just over the bar. And Ketia. Come on, Longstaff. Longstaff! Wow. He's not scored a single goal yet this season, and he goes and scores a goal that could potentially, maybe, sneak us into the playoffs. What a goal, and what an important goal. I know this is quite shoddy, but this is like the third goal where I've lost the live footage. Don't know why this has happened, but they did get a goal back. Longstaff goes for goal, and gets another goal, and puts us back in the lead. Out of all the people, he goes and gets 2 in this game when he didn't score a single one in the time that he's been on loan. We actually have him until halfway through next season. I thought this would have been his last game, but it turns out it is not. Good chance here, Nketiah. Surely a goal. Amiobi gets a third goal for us, and our unlikely chance of being in the playoffs is on because we've got to win. That's exactly what we needed to do, but of course we now have to rely on other teams' results. Somehow we have made the playoffs. Don't ask me how, because I don't know. I'm amazed that we have made the playoffs. Unfortunately, as you can see, Derby did get promoted, winning the league title. Fulham joining them as well. Probably going to be facing Stoke and then either Huddersfield or Cardiff in the final if we do get there. 4 teams finished on 74 points. This squad is clearly not ready for the Premier League yet. It will be a very big test if we do go up, but I will take the chance to play in it. Especially with the fact that this series probably will not finish by the time FIFA 20 comes out. In fact, it won't. So I want to try and go as far as I can. So then, boys, without further ado, let's get into it. We do indeed face Stoke because 3rd play 5th and 4th play 6th. This is actually the second game because my initial plan was play the first game, show you lot it, and then sim the second leg. But we lost the first game 3-1. So yeah, I'm gonna have to play this one. We have to win 3-0 to go through. So as it turns out, our chances of being in the playoff final are slim, but we have to try. This is the team that we're going with. We're having to play Steven Sessegnon at left back because yet again we do not have a left back. Jack Hobbs is just too tight, so I can't play him there either. Other than that, it is full strength. Stoker in here, not the ideal start at all. Allen, good save. As in Ketia. Go on, good chance here. Vela. We scored. We scored. What a perfect start. We had to try and get an early goal, and we have done just that. Josh Vela puts it in to the bottom right hand corner. A great bit of play. That turn, that movement. We go 1-0 up. Come on, guys. Think of Liverpool v Barcelona and Ajax v Spurs. Think of their comebacks. I know situations are quite different, but, you know, use that as inspiration. Steven Sessegnon having to play completely out of position. Longstaff! Oh my god, what is going on? What is going on? 2-0 after 14 minutes. Sean Longstaff. I was in 2 minds about signing this guy. How the hell did he score that? He turned and just swiveled it in. Wow. Stoker in here. Tom Ince puts it over the bar. Sessegnon. Vela, come on. Longstaff hits the bar. He is actually insane at long shots for his overall. He's like 71 overall. Good chance here, Vela. Amiobi. 3-0. 3-0 away from home. I don't know whether what we had was enough, because I think it would have gone to extra time, because I'm not that good. I don't know whether away goals count or not, but Amiobi has 100% made sure of it. We are, as it stands, through to the final. Good chance here. Hits the bar. What an opportunity. And that is it. We are through to the playoff final, where we will face either Huddersfield or Cardiff. Nobody thought we would get this far. As I've already said, we're not ready for the Premier League really, but we'll give it a good go if we're there. Let's do this. Here we are then, our first trip to Wembley in this career mode. A lot earlier than we thought. If we were going to be here, it would have been the League One playoff final, but not the Championship playoffs in our second season. As it turns out, we are facing Huddersfield, and strangely, they played Sheffield United when the table showed they had Cardiff. Here is how Huddersfield line up. We've already played them once in this episode in the league. Jonas Lossel's still there. They've lost Schindler to Palace, as we saw earlier. Pritchard, Lucas Boy as well. As for our team, it is the same as the one that beat Stoke. Huddersfield are in, put it just wide. Nketiah. Go on, good shot, good save. Is Nketiah? Nketiah breaks the deadlock just before half time. It has been such a dead game so far. That has fired some life into it. And Eddie Nketiah, yet again, is the man we turn to. It's a good cross from Huddersfield. Okay, can we just clarify what just happened then? Oxford headed it to Bentley, thinking, okay, Bentley would catch it. I didn't do this deliberately. It just did it. I just probably pressed any button, and Bentley just let it go past him. Okay, that's embarrassing. Nketiah. Come on, can we get this late chance? Nketiah into Douglas Luiz, shoots and scores. Douglas Luiz has avoided us from going to extra time, and surely, most importantly, has put us in the Premier League. If this is to be his final game for us, what a way to sign off. Hopefully now we're going to be in the Premier League. He might be encouraged to stay, and City might be encouraged to sell him more because we'll be in the top flight. But what a way to sign off. That is it. We have done it. We are in the Premier League next season. It is going to be such a tough test, because as I said earlier, this squad is not ready for the Premier League yet, but hopefully we get a decent budget and we can improve and we can do alright. A few years ago, this club was on the brink of not existing. Now it's in the Premier League. What a story. The underdog story. No one thought that we could do this. No one thought we'd even be close to promotion. If anything, relegation was more likely. But Mark Beavers, one of the existing Bolton players, lifts up the Championship playoff trophy. What an achievement. I said this in the last video that the Championship would be a massive step up in class. That's definitely going to apply as well to the Premier League. It is going to be very tough, but we're the underdogs. We've proved everyone wrong here. Let's go and do it in the Premier League. There we go, confirmation. We are promoted to the top flight, finishing 6th on goal difference. 4 teams had the same points. So then, where does this team need improving? Shane Long's been a disappointment, so maybe another striker. If we can't keep Douglas Luiz, then we're going to have to get another midfielder, but I'd love to try and keep him. And I'd like to get Oxford back as well and get another strong, solid centre-back. Let me know down below any players to sign and positions to improve. That is it then for episode 2 of the Bolton Wanderers career mode. This series unfortunately will not finish in time before FIFA 20, so I'm going to try and go as far as I can, maybe another episode or 2. But yeah, I'll probably be doing a FIFA 20 demo video as well at some point. Keep an eye out for that. I'm sorry that the upload schedule on this is really quite dreadful, but it does take its time. Thank you very, very much for watching. It really does mean a lot. All the support, all the comments, all the likes and everything. Until next time everyone, like and subscribe, and I'll see you very soon.